What's up YouTubers, this is Chetan here and welcome to my channel Nature Design, and today I'll be teaching you how to make an aquarium tank or a terrarium tank at home. This is the glass I'll be using for today's project. I have already brought the glass which is already been cut by the glass cutter. The size of this tank will be 12 inches by 12 inches by 7 inches. This is the base of the tank, and I have cut the base a bit larger as compared to the tank size. The reason keeping the base a bit bigger is we totally forget about the thickness of the glass, and that's the reason we end up cutting a small size of the glass base, and that is not good. So always remember, for this project my tank size is 12 by 12 by 7, and keeping in that the thickness of the glass in mind, I have cut the size, the base size is 12 by 7.6 inches. That is the 3 mm glass which I have been using for this project. So keeping in mind the 3 mm the thickness of the glass, I have cut it into a bit larger size, the base. So always keep in mind the thickness of the glass. If it would have been 4 inches the thickness of the glass, then I would have cut the base into 12 by 7.8 inches, that keeping in mind the 8 mm thickness. So this is the basic things you need to know, and it's really important. The next thing we need in this project is a silicone. I'm using a clear silicone. Always keep in mind that if you're making a tank, you need to use a clear silicone. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Keep the base of the glass in such a manner that it has been touched to an wall which is in 90-degree angles, and now properly put the silicones on the edges. Before applying the silicone, you might have seen that I have placed sellotapes so that the silicone will not spread everywhere, and even if it spreads, I'll be able to remove the sellotape. It will be just on the sellotape, and I'll remove the sellotapes, and the tank will be not spoiled with the silicone. Here I'm applying it just to the next side, the two sides, and just soothing the silicone with the help of my fingers. You can also use anything else, but I like to use my fingers to soothing the silicone. Always try to look on the sides of the glass, like I'm looking at the back of the glass, which was not properly set in the perpendicular or say 90-degree angle. So I just set it properly and soothing the glass silicone on the corners. The soothing is necessary so that the silicones fits each and every gap, and it will be waterproof. Similarly, repeat the process of applying silicone on the other side of the glass. Just the two sides or the two edges should be applied with silicone. See, you might see that I have spoiled a bit corner. The silicone has been spreaded, but as I have put the sellotape on over there, so it's okay, no problem. Even if the silicone has been spread, it will be removed once it has been dried up, and it's spread on the sellotape itself, so it's no worry at all. Now I'm applying silicone on the final glass, which I'm going to place in the front. That's it. Repeating the soothing process. And if you find that on the edges if there is a less silicone, you can just apply it on your finger and smoothen it again. It will stick and it will make the glass waterproof. You need to set the glasses properly until the silicone is wet, and once it is dry you can't make any changes. So you need to make the changes the time when the silicone is wet. Now the process has been over and finished. So we need to keep the tank at least for 12 hours so that the silicone gets dried up. Now the silicone is totally dried up and I am removing the sellotape, and now you can see that wherever I have split the silicone, because of the sellotape it will be removed. And even if there is any kind of extra silicone left, you can just use a blade to remove the extra silicone. See, I have spreaded the silicone over here, but because of the sellotape the edges are totally clear. So that's it. We have made a tank, an aquarium tank or a terrarium tank properly. So please give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel. Go ahead and hit the subscription button and you'll be getting more knowledge about the terrarium, aquarium or say paludarium in this channel. So please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. This is the last step of checking our tank whether it is waterproof or not. As it will be a terrarium, so I don't think I want to fill up the whole tank to check it, but the important thing is the corners and the edges of the downside, and you can see it's not been leaking. So we have successfully made an aquarium tank. That's it for the day, and see you next week. Bye bye.